Hey, it's Mike from the Run Testers. I am catching some shade after a very sunny run in Milan. It's very hot over here at the moment. I was here over the Huawei. They had an announcement or a big keynote yesterday. There was a lot of wearables to talk about. One of those wearables was this, the Huawei Watch Fit 2. I've had it for the morning. I've set it up last night, just gone out with a run with it, and now I wanted to kind of share some initial thoughts on what I think potentially might be quite a good option for runners. There's some quite nice features there in terms of the price, which is £130 in the UK. So yeah, I'm going to take you through what's new about it, how it compares to the original Huawei Watch Fit, how I got on in the run, and then give you some initial thoughts on how I think it shapes up so far. So yeah, here's my first run review of the Huawei Watch Fit 2. So here are the nitty-gritty details you need to know about the Huawei Watch Fit 2. It's priced at £129.99 in the UK, but due to the ongoing dispute between the Huawei and the US, there's no US pricing or launch details. It runs on the Huawei's Harmony OS operating system and does work with Android phones and iPhones. Huawei matches up a silicone strap with the option of polymer or aluminium cases and offers the Fit 2 in 3 versions. There's the Active, Classic and Elegant version, which essentially gives you different strap and case colour options depending if you want that look smart or sporty. The Classic and Elegant versions include aluminium front cases. The version we're sporting here is the Classic version. Front and centre is a 1.74 inch 456 by 280 AMOLED touchscreen display, which is a jump in size and resolution from the 1.64 inch one on the Fit, creating a far more square look. It does support an always on display mode, so it's over to the raise to wake gesture to wake it up. Joining that screen is a single physical button, and the partner straps can be quickly and easily removed with a simple button release system. Into the features, and everything that we've got on the Watch Fit is now on the Watch Fit 2. The big new features for runners include the dual band 5-system GNSS mode included on Huawei's Watch GT Runner, and that's to help improve outdoor tracking accuracy. There's the ability to support routes as GPX files via Huawei Health. You can follow running courses and training plans, set up interval training sessions, and see running insights like a running ability index, training load, recovery time, and VO2 max estimates. Huawei includes its latest TrueScene optical heart rate sensor, though there's no support to pair external heart rate monitor chest straps. Building on the animated workout features Huawei debuted on the first Fit, there's now added pre-run warm-ups and post-run stretches. Huawei includes all of the same smartwatch features and has added the ability to answer calls when paired to your phone via Bluetooth. Battery life remains the same as before, with 10 days in standard use and 7 days in heavy use. Huawei doesn't state a GPS battery life, though based on our initial testing it seems to be around 15 to 16 hours. Notes on the kind of design and fit. So the Huawei Watch Fit is essentially kind of a smartwatch stroke fitness tracker, so that's the kind of design and form factor you're getting. Now, I've used the original Huawei Watch Fit. This is definitely a little bit kind of stockier and stubbier. It's a little bit more square than it was before. It was definitely a lot slimmer in terms of what you got on the original, but you've got a really nice screen on there. It's a bigger screen, so you're getting more screen, higher resolution. I can't say there's a massive difference in terms of my experience of using it, in terms of what you get in terms of absorbing your information, but actually, you know, it's a really nice AMOLED screen. It was fine to view in the kind of sun this morning. No issues in terms of visibility, nice and bright. It's a really good quality display. Strap is very similar. Again, it's kind of a silicone strap. It was pretty comfortable. You've got a pretty standard watch style buckle to keep it in place. You've got a touchscreen, obviously. You've got one physical button, pretty much the same as what we've got in the Huawei Watch Fit. So yeah, from a kind of design fit point of view, no major change. I mean, for me, it's a different design. I prefer the slender form factor of the original, but it's still got a great screen, felt comfortable to wear. No issues for me in terms of wearing it on that first run. So in terms of that run test performance, generally pretty good. I went pretty easy. I'm still kind of recovering from kind of a little bit of an illness, so I was just taking it easy today. It's hot as well, so I didn't want to go out and hammer it. I did a kind of, there's a park quite near where my hotel is in Milan, so I decided to go here. It was nice and shaded actually for most of the route, and generally it did pretty well in terms of picking up a GPS signal. It picked it up pretty quickly. It did drop off again initially before I started my run, and then I
reset it again, it was fine. I had it against the Garmin Epics, which is pretty rapid and has been rapid for me since I've used it in terms of locking on to a signal. In terms of that data, pretty good. I did kind of 6K. It kind of clocked me, I think, roughly about the same as the Garmin Epics. There's nothing that I would say in terms of the kind of things like pacing that was pretty, or was off or didn't seem quite right. The heart rate monitoring, so I had the Wahoo chest strap. Now that kind of had a weird bug at the beginning, and it had me at 225, which kind of skewed my data on the Garmin Epics, which I had it paired to. The heart rate looked pretty good. It is hot, so my heart rate was generally a little bit higher than normal. Also just recovering from illness as well, so it was always going to be a little bit higher. But generally the data was pretty good. You've got this the dual band multi-system GPS from the Huawei Watch GT Runner, which we tested on the channel. So you're getting improved accuracy, or promised improved accuracy. We didn't find it was perfect on the GT Runner, but in that short run, it worked pretty well for me in terms of performance against the Epics, which is pretty much for me the most accurate I've used in terms of GPS performance, kind of probably at least in the last year, or new watches I've tested. In terms of battery life, no major kind of issues in terms of that. I didn't fully charge it, but I had it at kind of about 25%, and it was a kind of minor drop off for 30 minutes of running. So all round, pretty good in terms of the data. It's great, it's easy to absorb that data as well on the run. And yeah, so far so good. Obviously it's when you want to go longer, when you're racing, whether that data and accuracy is still there. That's what I really want to see from this, to see where it really kind of shapes up. But overall the data looked pretty good for me off that one run. Again, I'd like to see how it fares on longer distances, how it fares in race mode as well. But kind of what I would like to see, no kind of major issues, major alarm bells for me. The heart rate is one that I want to keep an eye on. You can't pair a heart rate monitor strap with it, so obviously that's not ideal. But yeah, let's see how it gets on with a bit more testing. But so far so good, not too bad from the Huawei Watch Fit 2. So initial verdict on the Huawei Watch Fit 2, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised in terms of what I got here. It's only one run, but the data seemed generally good. The design, I definitely preferred the slimmer version, but I think you're still getting a great screen on here. It was easy to kind of view for me. The data is easy to absorb. You can customize that data as well. In terms of what you're getting these features, there's a couple of ways to look at it. If you look at it from a kind of, this is a fitness tracker smartwatch style device, then actually you're getting a fair amount for £130. That kind of improved, or promised proved, kind of outdoor tracking accuracy, all the kind of running analysis stuff from the Huawei Watch GT Runner. You're getting the ability to import routes onto here as well, which I think, I haven't been able to look at yet, but you've got that kind of track back and kind of, maybe that's why you've got that bigger screen there, to make that information a bit more easy to absorb and it make more sense in terms of viewing that data and navigating as well. But all the kind of good things that I thought were that were there in the Huawei Watch Fit are there as well. And I think it's pretty, if you're looking at that kind of Fitbit Charge style device, this feels a lot better in terms of what you're getting in terms of a running device. If you're looking at, obviously, you're looking at watches at this price, you can pick up Garmin's and Polar's around this price as well. So, but I think this is really about someone who doesn't want that full kind of maybe sports watch look, wants something a bit more sleeker, a nice kind of colour display. From that point of view, I think potentially, it could be a really good device. It could be. It really comes down to the accuracy, where with the last one, the heart rate wasn't really up to scratch for me. GPS was fine, but not perfect. I know, would I rely on it massively? I'm not sure, but it was okay. But yeah, so far, I think this could be a really good device for the price, £130. What you're getting in terms of design, what you're getting in terms of features, there's potentially a lot to like here. But yeah, it's one I'm definitely looking forward to testing a bit more. I'm massively intrigued by this. Huawei hasn't made a massive amount of noise about this one from their announcements yesterday, so it's definitely one I want to do a little more testing in, see where that accuracy is. If it can match that design, you get that kind of long battery life as well, then potentially it could be a really good option for runners, I think. So there you have it, those are my initial thoughts on the Huawei Watch Fit 2. Plenty more testing to do. I've got a get packed, get out of my hotel, get back to London, where I'll be doing plenty more testing with the Huawei Watch Fit 2. But yeah, so far so good. Hope you enjoyed the video, seeing a bit of sunshine from Milan. And as always, like, subscribe, hit that little bell to find out about our latest videos, and yeah, see you in the next run testers video.